Okay, the turbo plug is out. We got the turbo plug out. This was beside the alternator underneath on the passenger side. And when you push it out, you want to push it out in that position, just like that, like a L. And you'll see like a little groove towards the back, towards the block. Push it through that groove, and then it comes out right back here. Right back in here. And when you get right up in here, you can take your 12mm E-socket, and where the dipstick mounts right here on this bracket, loosen that up about 15-20 turns, and then put your screwdriver in there, pry it, and what you're going to do is you're going to pry that metal bar. You're going to pry that metal bar. See how that metal bar is giving a little bit? You're going to pry that metal tube, which goes to that flexible hose right there. Now that tube's full of transmission fluid, so be careful. You ain't got to overdo it. And you'll get it right through this hole here. That's where it's going to come out. Push it up through there. Play Tetris. You're going to be playing Tetris with it to get it up through here. Anyway, just work that, loosen that screw right at the old dipstick on this metal tube. Once you get that loose, pry it a little bit, and that'll give you enough room to pull it right between this hose. Once you pull it between this hose, you're good to go. So that's how you release this turbo wire. This is going to the turbo module underneath. So now we got just the 2 wires on the other side, and everything is done. Oh yeah, the other wire that went down there with the turbo wire, it's the alternator wire. You take it loose with an 8mm on the alternator. So this connects to the back of the alternator, and it's also on the passenger side right by the turbo. So you need an 8mm down there. Play a little Tetris with the big plug. When you take this module off, you squeeze both sides and you wiggle it off carefully. Never force anything, but just get it off there. And once you do all that, you should be good to go solo, good to go bolo. And yeah, I took this little tube out also. Wiggle this tube out. But this tube had the sensor. I'm gonna put it back in. It just snaps on. Mine's probably missing the plug, what have you. Yeah, I think that's in there. And put that tube back in place. And yeah, that wiring harness, it's ready to come out, see? Good to go bolo solo. Get it all in one shot. Be careful with that fuel rail in the back. Very easy to hurt. Oh yeah, I got one more plug right there in the very back. So I gotta unplug that off the main fuel rail right here. So press that in. Give it a good wiggle. On a tug and it's out. Like yay. So the round part goes to the driver's side, and that little yellow dot clip goes towards you. When they're polarized, the round end only goes one way on the thing. So anyway, solo bolo, that's out. So now that that's out of there, see, that's out. Right? Yeah, that's out. Yeah, that's out. So now what I'm gonna do, I got this out of the way. I'll reconnect all my fuel lines, how they lay like that. I'll put them in one at a time. Start this one in the back because that's where I took it out. But yeah, I'll reconnect these bad boys. Right, yuck, yay. Anyway, you get the picture. I'm gonna do them one at a time. That'll keep water and stuff from building up inside the fuel lines overnight. I think that was a 12 or 14 millimeter. Tighten them back down, snug them back down. Keep the water out of the stuff. Anyway, we're good to go, bolo solo. So here we go. I'm putting them fuel lines back on. We'll call it a night and get the other 2 wires cut out. Take that thing inside the house and look at it.